What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, November 1st. Welcome to November, everybody. If you're looking for FanDuel type advice like this, there is no video, but if you follow me on Twitter, I post my top 10s for DraftKings and FanDuel every single day, and I'll post an update later tonight after we get a lot more news. Right now, I want you guys to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That should help you out an absolute ton. Sign up for Stokastic. Links in the description. This is an NBA video. If you want to sign up for NBA, that's great. We actually have 30% off any NFL package right now. So if that's interesting, use the promo code MIL. 30% off first week, first month, either one, any NFL package. David Roddy is on the outside looking in for me right now, and he's not pulling nearly as much ownership as Zachary Reeves. I really like David Roddy, but unfortunately in this video, he's one spot out of me talking about him a little bit further. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First one up is going to be Austin Reeves. He is point guard, shooting guard eligible, 6,100, projected for 17 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and a stock. I got him in playing 35 minutes. He's been playing massively lately. They're playing Toronto. Toronto is missing lots of dudes, including their 2 best players. Not a great spot here for Toronto. For the Lakers, on the other hand, I love it. I've got Austin Reeves about 16% optimal. He's going to hit every statistical category. I mean, 17, 5, and 5. It doesn't take a huge day. Like 27 and 7 is awesome, and you're really excited that you rostered him. And that doesn't even look like a bonkers stat line. Maybe he grabs a couple extra steals or blocks and you can get there from defensive stats, but this is a dude that is thriving under JJ Redick, and I expect that to continue. And I'm repping a Lakers shirt today, so that feels like a good sign. Not many teams are more injured than the New Orleans Pelicans, who are missing like 6 legitimate rotation guys, and they've got 3 more Q tags today on Jordan Hawkins, Yves Missi, and Daniel Tice. Jose Alvarado got the start last time out, and he's number 4 in my contenders again today. 32 minutes, 4,600, point guard only, 11 points, 4.5 assists, close to 4 boards, little over 2 stocks. Huge playing time, amazing matchup. The Indiana Pacers are a terrible defense, so offensively, you should see a little bit more. And Halliburton hasn't been really good, and I think Jose Alvarado is going to be in his pocket for like 32 minutes. So defensive stats, a little interesting to me if Halliburton's not really Tyrese Halliburton. The real takeaway here, though, is that Jose Alvarado is not priced for the amount of minutes he has to play, and this could end up looking even more ridiculous if 1 or 2 or 3 of Hawkins, Tice, and Missi don't play. But 32 minutes for Jose Alvarado, 17% optimal. This dude's going to be a priority all day. Off to Brooklyn we go for Cam Thomas. Shooting guard, small forward eligible, 7,200. I love that positionality. I really like the price. 28 points because this dude has never found a shot he didn't like. 4 boards, 3.5 assists, and a steal. I gave him 35 minutes. The real appeal here, even more so than the best positional eligibility you could have, they get to take on the Bulls. These guys are not very good, particularly defensively. A lot of minus defenders up and down the lineup. The only thing that could trip this up at least a little bit in my mind, Zach LaVine's questionable. If he ends up out, I think they're going to start Ayo Dosunmu. And if that's the case, one of Cam Thomas or Dennis Schroeder is going to get Dosunmu. That's a difficult defensive matchup. It's not going to stop me from getting to Cam Thomas. On paper, he's going to look great all day. I kind of want Zach LaVine to play to make sure that the Bulls defense is extra special bad for most of the game. Regardless of all of that, 7,200 shooting guard, small forward. For a guy that wants to chuck like Cam Thomas wants to chuck, I got to get to him on a 7-game DraftKings slate. Once again, the Toronto Raptors are on the slate. Once again, I am recommending Jakob Poeltl. 6,900, center only. Jake Puddle projected for 15 points, 11.5 boards, 3 assists, and close to 3 stocks. He's been playing really big minutes for the Raptors this year. I've got him in for 33 today. Admittedly, he's got a pretty difficult matchup. The Lakers got a decent center. I think you might have heard of him, Anthony Davis. So he's gonna have his hands full for most of this one. I think I'm still okay with it. The defensive stats look really good. He's a high-level double-double threat every night. I mean, we're talking about a guy that is way north of 50% chances to double-double because of how well he is on the boards. This is just a really cost-effective play. It's not fun. And Anthony Davis is getting a lot more ownership on the opposite side of this one, not showing up in my top 6 right now. But if you're looking for a combination of upside and price, a guy that could really stack up the rebounds if things are breaking well for him, Jake Puddle's probably a couple $100 underpriced if he's going to continue to play around 33 minutes a night. And finally, my number one contender for today is going to be Josh Hart. The Knicks are taking on the Pistons. Great matchup. Small forward, power forward eligibility for Hart, 5,900, projected for 13 points. Close to 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a stock and a half. And it might end up looking even better because Karl Anthony Towns is questionable. Hart in 36 minutes is going to fill the stat sheet. He has an MPE. The Knicks don't play anybody. It's one of the tightest rotations that we have in the league. Josh Hart is live for 40 minutes every single time the game tips off. 36 feels safe, honestly, for some of these guys. But the fact that he can be a double-double threat, the fact that he's so important to their rebounding now, even more so than they were before when they had Hartenstein and when Mitchell Robinson was healthy, enough scoring here for sure. And a matchup against a Pistons team that, like, while improved, is still not very good. Josh Hart's combination of price, position, matchup, and the potential of Karl Anthony Towns being out makes Josh Hart the guy that you need to get to today. Josh Hart is my number one contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, November 1st. Make sure you're checking out everything else on Twitter if you don't want to miss updates or FanDuel side of this one. I need you guys to hit the like button one last time. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. I hope you have a great time. I hope it's safe. I'll see you guys on Monday for another edition of the Contenders.